Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Well, it might not be morning for you. It's morning for me. And I hope you had a good weekend. It was really rainy at my house. I got lots of things done around the house, so I guess that's good. Today is Monday, so let's go over our schedule for the day. Class meeting, morning work, reading groups, literacy block, and math. We gotta put in our days for Saturday and Sunday, don't we? The 16th was Saturday and Sunday was the 17th. So what comes after 17? 18. Very good. Let's choose this. We're using our whisper voice. I feel like we get whisper voice a lot. Let's start on 5 and go up to 18 in our whisper voice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Holy cow, we have less than a month left of school. Can you believe that? Almost first graders. That's crazy. Don't forget to do your name. Spell your first and last names, and then practice your address on the back. Then, weather. You know, I see a little bit of blue sky and sun over there, so I'm gonna put this cloudy that has the sun and the cloud because I'm gonna be optimistic and think that I'm gonna get more sun than clouds today. I think I just moved this whole thing. I hope you can still see me. So that's what I filled in for mine. Yours doesn't have to look like mine. We haven't had any snowy at all, which is good, I guess. At least it's not snowing. Next up, we'll do reading group. So in your packets, get your, it's our last reading group magazine. So we're on Unit 10 this week. So find your Unit 10 reading group magazine. Morning work. Oh, we still got some more of these days that we spin. Are they all of this? Oh no, we have 4 more days. Ooh, and then Friday we'll have something different to do. So we have 4 more days of spinning words. I feel like we've been spinning words for a million years. Do you feel that way? All right. Name at the top. Can you hear Mr. Shores in there microwaving things? Ooh, I forgot. All right. Our middle and ending sound are op. All of our words will have op. Ooh, we have a lot of blends today. Full, sh, der, k, cur, st, p, Let's see what we get. First word is stop. Make sure you stop at the stop sign. I gotta get a new pen. That one's not working well. Next. Cur. Up. Crop. A farmer grows a crop of corn. Crop. Oh, my dog's mad. He's not getting any food in there. Der. Der. Up. Drop. Please don't drop it. It might break. Drop. Full. Up. Flop. When I'm really tired, I like to flop down on the couch. P-op. Pop. You might pop the balloon. We already got full. K-op. Cop. Another word for police officer is cop. We already got that. Up. Shop. My favorite place to shop is Marshall's, but it is closed right now, and that's a bummer. I miss it. And the last one, I got it. Up. Mop. My daughter helps me mop the floor, and I'm very grateful. We know stop, crop, drop, flop, pop, cop, shop, and mop. Let's look down below. Ooh, we get to work more on number bonds. All right, it says read the story and draw the objects. Use the number bond and solve. So it says 10 children were sitting at the table. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm looking at one of our lunch tables from up above. Remember how they're kind of long and rectangular like this? Here's my table. So I'm gonna put some kids over here. I put 5 kids. I'm pretending like it's just the top of your head too. And I'll put some kids over here. 5 more, because we know that 5 and 5 make 10, right? So this is what my drawing looks like. Yours doesn't have to look like this. Just make sure you have 10 kids, okay? Then 5 of them went outside to play. So I'm gonna cross out 5 kids. Now I'll fill in my number bond to show this. Here's the part where we put our whole number. That's the number we started with. How many kids did we start with? 10. How many kids? Oh, look at it. They put the wrong sign down here. It's goofed up. We'll work on that. Okay, how many kids went outside? 5 kids left. How many are left sitting at the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 10 kids all together. 10 kids are outside, or 5 kids are outside. 5 kids are still at the table. So, well, I guess we could change it and make it go this way just to match. We can put our 2 parts together. Our 5 outside kids and our 5 inside kids. And there's 10 all together. Yeah, we'll do the same thing over here. I don't really think they meant to put a plus sign, but that's okay. All right, over here it says there were 10 problems on the page. It's kind of hard to draw problems, so I'm gonna draw hearts. Ten hearts. You can draw 10 of whatever you want. It's your choice. And then you finished 3 of them. So let's cross out 3. How many do we still have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna fill in our number bond to tell us that. How many did we start with?
How many did we finish? 3. And how many are still left? 7. So we can put all of that in down here. We finished 3 problems. We have 7 more to go, and altogether there are 10. Our number sentence says 3 plus 7 equals 10. Reading group, Unit 10 magazine. Front cover, starting with the I says eh, like insect in the ink. You say that. Eh, eh, eh. Okay, let's go down this around the circle together and say the sounds and words. W, th, I, a, was, d, I, t, w, s, was, n, I, e. Open up your magazine, turn 1 page, and pinch in the corner. We're looking at page 2 with the glue. Starting up here, this first picture shows us swim. We're going to stretch and shrink the word swim. Swim. S, w, swim. Let's do that again. Swim. S, w, swim. Now you do that without me. Ready? Begin. Very good. The next picture is of a boy named Tim. So we're going to stretch and shrink the name Tim. Here we go. Ready? Tim. T, I, Tim. Let's do it again. Tim. T, I, Tim. Now you do it without me. Very good. Here's a picture of Tim feeding one of his sled dogs. Down below, we're going to look at the heart row, and we're going to do some bumpy and smooth blending. 2 pointer fingers. Let's do bumpy first. Ready? Begin. T, I, Tim. This word is Tim. Next, let's go down to the smiley face row. We're going to smooth blend these words. Ready? Begin. Sit. Let's smooth blend that one more time. Sit. Sit. Let's do this word. Did. Did. And our last word has a TH at the beginning that says this. Our words in the smiley face row are sit, did, this. Next, let's look down at the apple row. The apple row has our tricky words. So this first tricky word with a star next to it, if I cover up that last sound, we already know this word. We are experts at that word. What is it? Yes, see. Then you just put a S at the end. Sees. Sees. This word is sees. This tricky word we've been practicing was. Said. the. Let's go through the apple row one more time and do all of those words. Ready? Begin. Sees, was, said, the. Nice job. We're going to start our literacy block time by talking about the letter X today and practicing the sound of the X. So here's our letter X card, and I'll tell you my little poem about it. Rex is called the exiting X. He runs to guard the door. To get past Rex, make the sound of the X. X, 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 X. So when we make the X sound, X, pretend like you have a can of pop. And when you pull that tab up on the pop makes the X sound when the fizz gets to come out a little bit. So when we make that X sound, X, we pretend like we're opening a can of pop. So do that with me this time when I say my rhyme. Rex is called the exiting X. He runs to guard the door. To get past Rex, make the sound of the X. X, 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 X. And on the door right here, it says exit. And right above our door in our classroom, if you remember, there's a green rectangle with white writing that says exit too. Exit has the X in it. So next, let's get out our literacy block packet. And we just have one more week in this packet. Not very many days left. This is the page we're looking at for today, practicing our X's. And we'll write our name at the top. Oh, there's not even really a place, is there? Oh, well, you can do it. I believe in you. Then we're going to trace an X, and right next to it, we'll write our own X that looks the same. Trace one, write our own. And then we'll do lowercase. Trace one, write our own. Trace one, write our own. We'll do the same thing on this line. Trace a capital, write a capital. Trace a capital, write a capital. Trace a lowercase, write a lowercase. Trace a lowercase, and write a lowercase. Then we'll look at this picture. This is kind of a funny picture of a fox. The face looks more like a dog, doesn't it? They have the first two sounds for us. Ah. What's the last sound in fox? X. Ah. X. Next, let's look over here. We need to circle all the letter X's. So if you want to use a crayon, do it in a fun color, you can. I think I'll use blue for mine. Find the X. X-ray. Here's the X in this word. Next. Next. Here's the X. Axis. Here's the X. Exit. Here's the X. Ox. And here's the X. Text. Then down below, Again, we're going to look for the X and circle it in box, fox, and axe. Then we'll color in all of the pictures down here. It's kind of tricky practicing X because when an X is at the beginning of a word, it usually makes the Z sound. So that's very confusing. So when we're practicing, a lot of times we'll practice words that have the X in the middle or the end, like all of these, like box, fox, next, just because the English language is very complicated and the rules are very odd. And then I'll do my very last one, my axe. All right, then let's turn it over and look at the back. If you're not done, you can pause it. We're practicing a ton of X's on the back. Capitals and lowercase. I don't know, I guess these are just capitals, aren't they? We'll practice capital and lowercase on the practice lines though. So first we'll trace all of them. We have 2 lines of tracing. Then I think on the last line that you have to do yourself, I'm gonna have us do lowercase on that line. It's just like the capital, but it only goes to the middle line. It's just a smaller version. Then we'll trace the words down here. Then we'll read the sentence. X is at the end of the word box. Nice job. Let's do some math. We're in our Module 4 workbook. Last week we worked on lots of number bonds. Remember these? I bet we're gonna keep working on number bonds today. Yep, Okay, we're on page 17. It says lesson 5 at the top. And we're going to practice more number bonds. All right, so this first picture shows us one part is already filled in. It says 2, and I think that means the 2 cats that are jumping. So we've already counted those. Now let's count the cats that are sitting. 1, 2, 3 cats just sitting. So that's our second part. We have 2 jumping cats and 3 sitting cats. Those are our 2 parts. Here's our whole. How many cats do we have all together? 2 and 3 make 5 cats all together. Over here, all our cats are doing the same thing. So we just need to draw a line somewhere and split them up. They already told us our whole. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats sitting. But we have how many cats on this side? 1. And how many cats on this side? 4. Our parts are 1 and 4, and we know 1 and 4 together make 5. Let's look at the apples. So 2 apples have bites out of them. So we'll put that right here in this part. 2 apples have been bitten. How many apples are still whole? 1. That's my other part. 2 and 1, those are our parts. How many do we have all together? 3. Now just draw a line somewhere. I'll draw my line right here. My first part is apples on this side of the line. How many do I have? 2. How many apples on this side of the line? 2. How many apples all together? 4. You guys are getting really good at this, I think, aren't you? So, on the back of this is a homework page. But we'll just do it together, because why not? All right, let's read the sentences. There are 2 pandas in a tree. I see those. 2 more are walking on the ground. I see those. How many pandas are there? Fill in the number bond and the number sentence. So our first part was 2 pandas in a tree. So that's our first part. Then it says there were 2 walking on the ground. It's our next part. Then it asks us to figure out how many pandas there are all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll fill in down here. 2 and 2 make 4. All right, then we have to tell our own story about the penguins. Then we have to fill in the number bond and the number sentence to match our story. Well, it looks like 3 penguins have become sailors. So I guess that's our first part. Maybe they joined the Navy. That would be kind of awesome if there were penguins in the Navy. How many penguins stayed home? 2. They did not join part of the armed forces. How many penguins do we have all together? 5. Then we'll fill in down here. 3 Navy penguins, 2 jobless penguins make 5 penguins all together. Nice job.